So this person says, why does China has a border dispute with almost all of its neighbors? Please answer. That's a hell of a reputation, isn't it? This is your favorite half Chinese with the answer that you really wanted. The question is not why China has a territorial dispute with its neighbors. We should really wonder why everybody in the South China Sea has a territorial dispute with each other, as we see here right on this map. The same that mainland China claims is what Philippines, Vietnam, Brunei, Malaysia and Taiwan claims. The real question we should ask, so why are you only focused on China? What is pushing you to talk only about China? Why don't you talk about the United States that stole Palau from the Philippines, for example, and they are not even from the region? When we take your logic and apply it, then none of the involved parties, including your own country, has a good reputation, right? Now, these are not my words but yours, not my logic but yours. A quick note, there are 150 territorial disputes all over the world. Do they all have a bad reputation? So maybe, as I have been advocating for a long time, ASEAN members should just sit at the table and solve the matter among each other without outside interference. And certainly not from parties that has been bombing countries from the region and stealing islands like the island they stole from the Philippines, Palau, or Guam, that they occupy. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Bringing in such a hostile nation to the region that is responsible for millions of deaths of people in the region, and certainly not a country that stole your island, Palau, and did this to your people. Not to mention also push you into a war with Spain just so they could colonize you, then later put you in a debt trap through the IMF, and by doing that controlling your economy and deliberately keeping you poor. Not to mention also didn't even want to pay out the benefits promised to the veterans that fought in wars on behest of the United States, and a war nation that desperately wants a war with your biggest trading partner, China. Do you agree that that is not a wise decision to have that as your partner to solve the problem? Don't you agree? A country that literally stole islands and is not even from the region should not be involved in solving this problem. It's just something to think about. One party cannot solve the matter with one other party when the others are still claiming. Because that's how it all started, and it wasn't started by China. But just like the others were forced to start claiming because of one member starting to claim, so maybe that is something to think about. The more foreign interference like USA, the more tension and the less likely it will come to a good end. The proof of that is it didn't get less and the tensions has risen. So the direct opposite happened. I hope this answers your question. Please leave me a like for the effort and share. Sincerely, your one and only favorite half Chinese. And as always, have a great day.